Hi, Susan. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a few questions and jot down some notes about what you say so I can keep it fresh in my mind and get a better idea of where you are coming from. Also, feel free to stop me at any time or change the topic of the conversation to where you want it to go. So what is it that brings you here today?
Just the frustration of weight loss.
Have you always had trouble losing weight? And when did it all start for you?
My weight loss problem started when I was 24 and I was having my first child. I gained over 85 pounds. I gained about 85 pounds. After I kept telling my doctor I don't understand why I'm losing so much weight, and he kept thinking I was just eating so much. Well, after I had my child, they found a big knot in my neck, and I have a thyroid disease. And I went through lots of tests and stuff. They ended up not taking the thyroid out, and I have been on medication since I was 24. And to me, having a thyroid problem doubles the making weight loss difficult.
Okay, I've been jotting down in my notes and stuff, and what I see is you had babies, you got pregnant, and
Gained a lot of weight.
you gained a lot of weight, and you found out you had a thyroid problem, and you've been on all this medications, and you still have problems.
Yes, I do. It took me a long time to get a weight. I never got back to the weight that I was. Then I had my second child, and I gained more weight. It's very easy for me to put on weight, but it's very hard for me to get my weight off. And I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried Jenny Craig. It just led to frustration, and then I ended up gaining it back. I was at the point where felt very good about myself. I was playing tennis 3 times a day. I was walking and walking at night, and I felt good about myself. And then I came down with a muscle. It's an autoimmune muscle disease, which I'm not really sure what it is, but it affects my muscles terribly, especially after exercise. I try to exercise, but I have to do it at night so I can have the night to rest and let my muscles relax. I have anti-nuclear antibodies in my blood which attack my muscles and joints in my body. And it is in the same family as lupus, but it's not lupus.
Okay. How do you see this problem, or how would you describe it for yourself? Like, for example, what difficulties in your life are causing this problem for you besides the disease?
Well, it's very frustrating for me to try and lose weight.
It's very okay. How would you say this problem makes you feel during the day?
Tired and achy. It's like having the flu all the time. It's not fibromyalgia, but it is because of the stuff that's in my blood. But it's similar to people, if you've ever heard people have fibromyalgia. What happened was I would exercise all the time, so I was able to eat what I wanted, and I maintained my weight. But then when I stopped exercising, I still ate what I wanted, and I gained weight.
Okay, so you developed this muscle problem as you got older.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it had anything to do with the way you ate when you were younger? Like it
Well,
affected?
I think I ate more. I ate because I was so depressed, and I think I ate my emotions on top of, being upset that I couldn't exercise the way I wanted to.
How often have you tried other types of weight loss plans in the past, such as books or tools, to help you solve your problem?
I was doing my best to lose weight when I would do mostly protein and low carbs. It's very hard to do that, especially
And
when
the low-carb diet was your best success?
high protein, low carb. But it's very hard when you have to cook for your family and your children, and they want certain things in the house, and having willpower.
How often do you come across this problem in the typical day? Like, what do you think these problems cause you to worsen?
What, with my muscles or with
with
my diet?
food and weight loss?
I don't know. I guess.
Are there factors, environmental? I know you were talking about earlier with cooking for your family? Are you having problems with portion control? You talked earlier about you're feeling depressed, and so you ate from your feelings.
It's just hard. Yes, portion control is definitely a factor I see because, I eat more than I should. We don't need to eat as much as we do anytime. Plus, we go out a lot to eat a lot, and I really have really tried to maintain with eating soup or a low-calorie salad. Um, my main problem is exercise. It's just being
Exercise.
able to, if I could go and run and play tennis and do the things that I used to do, I think it would be a lot easier for me to lose weight.
Are there types of exercises that you enjoy that do not affect
Yes.
your muscles very well?
In water aerobics.
Water aerobics. Are there any
I mean,
others?
it still affects my muscles afterwards, but it's not bothersome when
Because
I
your
am in the
weight's not
water. Right.
you're not
Right.
fully
It's not
using your weight.
Right.
You're using water
And
resistance.
it's a good stretch for my muscles in the water.
Have you ever thought of bicycling too as well?
Bicycling hurts my legs, and yes, I do bicycle some. I do a stationary bike some. But as I said, when I get through, the muscles in my legs are very tight and crampy.
Do you think if you lost an excessive amount of weight, your muscle problem would decrease in any way, you think?
Yes, I do. I think
you?
it would, because when I had lost more weight, I could tell a difference as I could exercise more. I still had the pain, but it wasn't as
It was
it
more
was
subtle.
being more overweight.
Okay. How does this problem impact your self-esteem or your sense of guilt?
Oh, tremendously.
Tremendously.
I am very depressed about the way I look.
Are you just self-conscious when you go into public areas, or when you go to? Why don't you ever go to a gym? Do you go to a gym? You do go
I do go to a gym, mainly to walk on the treadmill at night because of my allergies.